Animals Frozen in Time. Number 1. Frozen Fox. A man was hunting in Germany in January 2017 when he came across a fox frozen in a block of ice. The man, Franz Steele, stated that it's not uncommon for animals to walk across the semi-frozen lake and fall in. When they fall into the water, it's difficult for them to get out of the water. He says that over the years, he had also found a frozen deer and a frozen boar. When he found the fox, he pulled the block of ice from the water and he put it in front of his family's hotel in Friggingen. Number 2. Frozen Fish. This photo was taken back in 2015 by Kelly Preheim, who spent a lot of time at the wildlife refuge where the discovery was made. In 2017, the Department of Interior shared her photo. The reason the fish became frozen this way was that the lake levels were low due to a drought. Because of the drought, the fish were deprived of oxygen. The fish suffocated in the water and then froze inside. When the ice started to melt a bit, the blocks of ice around the fish were thicker than the surface ice, and it created this weird sight you see in the picture. Number 3. Frozen Fox Number 2. In 2014, a man named Jeffer Sandstrom was ice skating on a lake in Jönköping. When he came across the fox frozen in the water, he decided that it was time to stop skating. He figured a fox who lives in the wild can make a mistake and walk on thin ice, that he could be skating on thin ice as well. Before he got off the ice, he made sure that he got a picture first. Number 4. Frozen Elk. In 2014, a man named Inger Sjoberg was skating across the Cosmo Lake in Valnesfjord when he came across a very large elk frozen in the water. It's believed that the elk was trying to cross the lake at the beginning of the winter before the lake had frozen over completely. When the elk went into the water, it was unable to make it back out, and for the rest of the winter, after the discovery was made, the elk was an attraction for the local children. Number 5. The Frog Frozen in Time. At first glance, this frog looks like something from a fairy tale. Sadly, the frog is not magical and it's not sleeping. It was actually hibernating by a lake in Norway. When the temperature was unseasonably warm for winter, the frog woke up thinking it was spring. When it tried to cross the lake, it fell into the icy water and was unable to get out. Number 6. Frozen Donkeys. Of all the animals on this list, these donkeys are the only ones that actually lived. The footage was taken in Turkey of these frozen donkeys, and when they were seen, a rescue team went out to help them. It appeared the donkeys were in southeastern Turkey and they were experiencing the coldest temperatures in history. When the team arrived, the donkeys were so cold they couldn't walk. Instead, the donkeys had to be carried to a truck. They were taken to a shelter where they were placed in a warm stable and fed. A vet checked on them later and reported that they were going to live. Number 7. Bull Moose Frozen in Battle. Of all the animals frozen in time, this one is the most amazing. A hiker named Brad Webster and a friend were trekking near a remote village in Alaska in 2016. As they walked by a lake, they saw something that they couldn't believe. It was 2 bull moose who were frozen in the middle of a battle. The bodies were found in 2016, right after the mating season, which led scientists to believe that they were fighting over a female when they were both injured and fell into the icy waters and unable to get out. According to experts at National Geographic, this is something so rare it will likely never happen again. Number 8. The Frozen Coyote. In 2008, the winter in the area where this coyote was especially cold. In fact, it was so cold that for weeks the temperature was 30 degrees below zero. The woman who took the photo was Sabine Canyon. She said she found the coyote frozen on the side of the road. She stated that she had to stop her car and take a photo because you just never know if you're ever going to see anything like that ever again. Number 9. Frozen Fish 2. A man named Ingolf Christensen was taking a short walk with his dog in Norway when he saw something that he had never seen before. There were hundreds of fish frozen in the ice. It's believed that the extremely cold temperatures and the wind caused the bay to freeze over very quickly, causing the fish to freeze under the water right where they were. Number 10. The Frozen Tiger. It's not known where this photo was taken, but judging by the ice and snow around the tiger, it had to be one of the coldest places on Earth. Since the tiger's habitat is generally warm, it's a good bet that this is a Siberian tiger that froze to death in Russia. The tiger is perfectly preserved thanks to the icy cold conditions.